The morning sun offers no warmth, only clarity. In a desolate, abandoned warehouse just blocks from the supermarket, the silence is broken by the baying of hounds. Rain drizzles over the rusted metal. Sniffer dogs are barking frantically near a heavy steel door.
Detective, over here! Behind the loading crate!
Detective Elias approaches. A body lies partially covered by a tarp.
Multiple gunshots, professional. But the weapon is gone. No shell casings, no fingerprints, just a man who shouldn't exist, lying in a place where no one should be.
Elena, Mrs. Gable, and Peter are summoned to the cold, sterile morgue. The three people look at one face. Three people see a different truth.
I don't know him. There's a resemblance. A shadow of my Julian, but my husband died in a car wreck 12 months ago. This man is a stranger.
Elena, what are you saying? That's Julian. That's the man who moved into the flat 9 months ago. And you both lived together. We had so many dinners together at our flats.
Mrs. Gable is right, Detective. That's the man I argued with. That's the husband.
Regardless of his name, the science is settled. The blood found on Elena's cardigan is an identical match to the DNA of this body. She was there when the dead man bled out.
We're going to need someone to corroborate your story, Elena. Right now, it's 2 witnesses against your word alone.
I spoke to my mother, Sheila, earlier. She's on a flight from Toronto right now, and my brother Harry is traveling with her. They'll be able to confirm everything I've told you.
Detective Elias in a brightly lit office with Mr. Reed, a meticulous handwriting expert.
It's a match, Elias. The pressure on the pen, the slant of the T's. The note found in her pocket was written by Elena herself.
She warned herself not to trust anyone. But did she write it as a victim or as a killer trying to set a stage?
Oh, my poor girl. We told you those antidepressants were too strong.
Look, Detective, Elena hasn't been right since Julian died a year ago. She's been having psychotic episodes, hallucinating. She started calling this man Leo by her dead husband's name.
Leo, so this isn't Julian?
Absolutely not. Elena fell into a deep depression after Julian died in that car accident. Her mental health spiraled until she began having hallucinations. Leo looked so much like Julian that she started calling him by his name. We didn't object. We thought it was better for her if we didn't constantly correct her.
We thought he was helping her recover. We had no idea it would end in a warehouse.
Can you provide the name of the doctor who prescribed this medication to Elena?
Dr. Henderson was treating Elena's condition in Dawson City. He had been referred to her by Dr. Jones back in Toronto.
The body has a name now, Leo. But as Elias looks at the grieving family, he wonders, if everyone knew Elena was losing her mind, why did they leave her alone in a remote Dawson City with an imposter?
We've confirmed that Leo was not Julian, but the motive for his murder remains a mystery. Who was this man, and when exactly did he enter Elena's life? Did Elena kill him during a psychotic episode, only to have her mind wipe the memory clean?
Julian was a multimillionaire, and in my experience, where there's that kind of money, there are more criminal minds than we can imagine. To solve this mystery, we must dig into Elena's past in Toronto as deeply as her present here. A thorough background check on her friends and business associates is the only way we'll nab the killers.
Good thought, Miller. Who do we have?
Clara. She wasn't just a friend. She was Julian's equal, his business partner, the woman the world thought he should have married. Since Julian's death, she has walked away from the business entirely, leaving the ruins to Sarah and Marcus. Elena was never comfortable about her presence around Julian. Among Elena's business associates, Sarah and Marcus, the law firm couple. They were close friends of Julian, and they became friends of Elena after Julian and Elena's marriage. They are the family solicitors and managing Julian's multi-million-dollar trust since his death. Then there's Caleb, Elena's university sweetheart. He stayed close to her over the years, perhaps too close. He and his partner, Chloe, are in the exact same business Julian was in. It's a classic power struggle. Back in Toronto, the two couples moved in the same circles, sharing the same associations, and meeting just often enough to keep their rivalries simmering.
Officer Miller and Detective Elias realized the scale of the mountain they had to climb. They were looking at a year's worth of phone records, business agreements, and bank transactions. It was a massive undertaking, but for the first time, they finally had a clear direction for the investigation.
This channel grows based on your feedback, so tell us in the comments what stories you want to see next. To stay in the loop, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon for automatic alerts.